welcome to Nyonya Cooking. In today's video, I'm bringing you a whole new category of food which is called kuih. So kuih is something like cakes for us. You can have it by itself or even after a meal as desserts. It is usually sweet, and the kuih that I'll be teaching you today is called Onde-Onde, or as we call it, Buah Melaka. So Buah refers to the word fruit in Malay, and Melaka refers to a state in Malaysia. And in fact, it is the place that I was born in. So if you want to know more about Melaka, just click on the video which will be linked up above here in my other channel, Grace Moments. So without further ado, let me show you the ingredients. All you need is 60 grams of glutinous rice flour, about 30 grams of tapioca flour, and I have here gula melaka. You can also use palm sugar, but over here I have this gula melaka all slightly nicely chopped up and also grated, so you have smaller pieces. And then here is 25 grams of sugar, some extract of the pandan leaves, just like what I did in my kaya video. So I have here about 60 milliliters of pandan leaf extract. Here I have some desiccated coconut, just have enough to coat the kuih, and some water and a pinch of salt. You first work with the desiccated coconut. First, you can use grated coconut, of course, which is of course fresh and a grated option. But because I can't find it here, I'll just use the desiccated coconut. So we'll need to steam the desiccated coconut. First, put in the salt. Just mix it all up. Just use a spoon and lightly mix everything up, and a bit of water. So if you don't have a steamer, it's okay. I'm just using a normal pan with some water underneath. The desiccated coconut will be steaming there for about 15 to 20 minutes, and meanwhile we'll work on the dough. This is the glutinous rice flour, and add the sugar inside. Also the tapioca flour. So just mix everything together. Give it an even mix before we pour in the pandan leaf extract. You can also use plain water and green coloring. So this will need to be a dough, and therefore just put a little bit of pandan leaf extract and don't just pour everything inside. Less is more, just keep adding. You can smell everything is just so fragrant from pandan leaves. So knead everything into a nice dough, evenly colored. We have a nice shade of natural green from the pandan leaves, and it even smells great. The next thing that we need to do with the dough is to divide it into little balls, and I've already dusted my working area with some flour. Just divide this dough into nice little balls. Flatten it, and then add a small piece of gula melaka and roll it up into a nice ball. So the idea is that we will then put all these balls with gula melaka in it into a pot of boiling water. Just make sure that you have enough water for the onde-onde to cook, and as an indication whether the onde-onde has already finished cooking or not, you will see that it will float, and once it's floating, you can just pick it up and it's ready to eat. So we have already steamed the desiccated coconut. We'll take it out and also take the onde-onde out. So carefully remove the water and just plunk it in. And only pick the onde-onde which are already floating, and that shows that it is cooked. So the idea is that the gula melaka will be in the onde-onde, and once you bite the onde-onde, the gula melaka will come oozing out of it. Super delicious. Once the onde-onde is nicely coated with the coconut, be it desiccated coconut or grated coconut, it is time to dish it out and enjoy your onde-onde. It tastes amazing. So try this recipe and tell me what you think in the comments down below. And of course, to everyone, happy cooking!